Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back again to my channel. It's your man, Vietnam. And today, we're having a lovely lady from Austria who's going to share her views with us like we normally do on this channel. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's get it started. So, hello, madam. What's your name?
My name is Giti Sanji Sanya.
Giti Sanji Sanya.
Sanya, yeah.
Sanya. Okay.
My husband is from Gambia.
Your husband from Gambia?
Yes.
Coming to that, okay. And you're from where?
I'm from Austria.
From Austria?
Mhm.
Which Bundesland, please?
Vienna.
Vienna.
Yes.
That's wonderful. And you say your man is from where?
Gambia.
From Gambia.
Yes.
And how long you been married to him?
Well, we are now together 11 years and I'm married to him 6 years.
Wow, that's wonderful. That's interesting. So, how has life been with him? All these 11 years together.
Well, not easy because the European Union is trying to kill our brothers and sisters slowly with all the bad laws they have.
Okay.
So in the past it would have been much more easy.
Okay.
But now I can say 1 year and 1 month, then I will get my pension and then we move back to Gambia because European Union is not for me anymore.
Wow, that is very, very interesting. In a year and a half now, you
Yeah,
will be
1
retiring
month.
from work.
So 13 months now.
That's in 30 months you'll be out of work and you'll be retired.
Yes. Yes.
And you'll be moving back to Gambia.
Yes, of course, because I feel that Africa needs his babies, his boys and girls for making the continent great again with agriculture, fighting the climate change, fighting the Sahara to eat up everything.
Wow.
There is no future for an African here at the moment. This is how I see it.
Okay, that's interesting. That's wonderful. In these 11 years you've been married to my brother from Gambia. Could you please explain to us a little bit how life has been, then and now with him?
Point is that in the past, it was like 15 years ago, when an African, for an example, married an Austrian. On the next working day, this person got his working permission, got his visa. But nowadays, it's like my husband is in Austria in Europe since 17 good years.
Wow.
Without any working permission and without any visa.
Wow, that is quite appalling.
This is killing people.
That is quite appalling. Why?
Why? Because the laws are shit like that.
Okay. So you mean because of the laws set up in the European Union and in Austria, he couldn't be able to have a paper permit to work?
Austria has nearly the strongest asylum laws from whole Europe.
Really?
Yes.
I see. So, but being married to you, Austrian,
Yes.
I thought that would have helped him to acquire his resident permit.
No, because there is a law.
Okay.
I should have 1,600 euro every month. I don't know how to describe it, but I should have also paid my bills, my rent, my electricity, and at the end of the month, 1,600 euros should be left. If I would have this income, then he would get his working permission. But who can have this?
Oh yeah, you're right. Well, but he's getting by anyway without work permit. He's still getting by in Austria.
He's waiting.
Through your support,
Yes.
Yeah, that's very interesting. I'm very grateful. I appreciate that. Have you been to Gambia?
I've never been there, but my plan is in 13 months I will go there. I'm in good contact with my husband's family.
Really, that's good.
And my brother-in-law is working for the Gambian government in the forest department.
Okay.
And our plan is we have to leave our legacy, and my in-law and we want to start with a botanical garden.
Wow, that is very interesting.
And also we start with our own farm.
Okay.
Because when you slaughter your own goat or sheep.
Sure.
You know what we eat.
Exactly, yes. And there's
And plant paprika without fertilizer.
Okay.
Only the money from the sheep, from the goats.
Okay.
And I have a dream since I was a small child.
Okay.
I want to have my own house.
Wow.
2 years I will have it.
In Gambia or here?
Of course.
Oh, come on, that's cool, that's cool. That's your wish gonna come true in 2
Yes,
years time, having
yes,
a house,
yes,
that's
yes,
fine.
yes.
Okay, that's good. Let's move on. You work, I think.
No, at the moment I'm not healthy to go for a job.
Okay, at the moment.
I had an operation on my back and I will
Okay.
have an operation on my shoulder. At the moment I'm not.
Wow. Okay, that's fine. And then, how do you relate to other Africans here in Europe? 'Cause I could see you and your black sister sitting out talking for some time now.
You know, this is my-
how do you cooperate with other Africans here?
I'm not going for party. I'm not going out. This is not in my mind anymore because I'm always thinking about I have to organize a lot of things which can help somebody inside the family in Africa to make
Sure.
some small business.
Yeah.
So I'm organizing a lot. But my sister, she is from Somalia and she's living in the same block.
Okay.
And sometimes we sit and talk.
Okay.
We have friends from, I don't want to say from Nigeria, but we have a friend from Biafra land,
Okay. That's cool. That's interesting.
and it's for me very important to make a difference that the Biafran is not in Nigeria. So,
Really?
yes,
Well,
Fela Kuti would have been the best president in Nigeria.
so you know about Kuti too?
Of course.
Oh, that's
Of
interesting. That's interesting. That's why when I see you, I say, no, I'm going to pick out this sister because she look a little bit African, and I'm not wrong anyway. So that's nice.
Yeah.
So you've not been to the Gambia,
No,
but you are communicating with your husband's family.
No, I've not been to the Gambia, but when I met my husband for the first time,
Yeah.
there was a revolution starting in the Gambia to oust the dictator Yahya Jammeh. And
Yes,
I was
sure.
never on Facebook before.
Okay.
But I found out you can use Facebook politically. And within half a year, I just jumped in this Kalama revolution.
Yeah.
I had 2,500 followers, and
Okay.
all Gambia knows me.
Wow,
I
that
was
is
in contact with the African Union, with the Doctors Without Borders, with
wow.
the
That is
WHO.
cool. That is cool.
I tried a lot. I was sitting on the laptop. I was falling asleep on the laptop. I was waking up. I was collecting the news again. It was a time, 1.5 years, I was in a burnout. I was finished.
Because
But everybody knows me.
that is very interesting because that what you did was, or what you are doing still is very interesting topic and issue that you're trying to see how you can help out these people, Africans, and staying in on the computer, working all through the night and then falling asleep. It's quite a lot of work.
Yes.
So I really appreciate that. And do you have family? Do you have children?
I have children here in Austria. I have 3 children,
Okay.
not with my husband
Not with
now.
not with your
But you
ex-husband?
know how it is in African culture.
Yeah.
I have a lot of children and grandchildren in Africa, and I'm longing
That
to
is
hug
nice.
them all.
That is nice. That is
Yes.
nice. That is nice. So, here in Austria, like 11 years ago when you met your husband, the prices of things, and now, the inflation of things, in Austria and Europe, how have you seen things change this past time till now? How do you see life then and now?
This is a difficult question. Well, I'm just physically here.
Okay.
My mind is wandering on Gambian soul.
Really?
So I try to, I don't know how to say, to work my days up till I can go.
Okay.
I'm not interested in anything
Anymore.
No.
So you cannot share with us, a little bit how life was then and how life is now. Was life okay then, or a little bit easier in the past 11 years you met him, or right now life is
It was a little bit easier then.
than
Yes,
now?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So what are the good times you can remember to say?
very simple. Everything was cheaper.
Really? Yeah, yeah,
Everything
yeah.
was
I can
cheaper,
agree to that. Yeah.
and you know. So,
Yeah. But now things have gone up.
No, no, no.
Yes. Again, you know, in Africa, there are a lot of people in Africa, they want to come to Europe, thinking that Europe, let me finish my question, thinking that Europe is heaven, you know, so they are spending a lot of money, you know, coming to Europe, or some are coming, you know, through the desert and they die in the desert, they die also in the water, coming to try to cross to Europe, you know. So what advice would you give as an European to this kind of people who are in Africa?
The advice I can give to my brothers and sisters in Africa is stay where you are.
Okay.
Because European Union has changed. It's not the green pasture. The green pasture you are seeking for, you will find it at home, and you can make it through agriculture. This is the future. Africa needs its children at home. You can drown in the Mediterranean Sea, you can die in the desert, you can die in the prison in Libya. European Union wants to see our people dying. And I think we have more to give to, I don't know how to say it. We have
More to live for.
to live for, yes.
Yes.
Exactly. Start collecting seeds. You know, in Nigeria you have 2 seasons. And in Gambia you have only 1 rainy season. But what we have done is, you know, try to inform yourself about farming if you have not done it before. Try to collect seeds, because there is no excuse. I can only talk for Gambia. Everything is growing in Gambia. And we have a friend who is a farmer and also a microbiologist and a teacher. He's growing apples in Gambia, strawberries in Gambia. Everything will grow. Permaculture is something what is really interesting.
Yeah.
Or you go and make a poultry farm, or you go for sheep or goats.
Okay.
You can make a business,
That is interesting.
even if you don't have so much money to invest.
That is very, very interesting. A very good
And
advice.
maybe you can make a cooperative, work together
Sure.
inside a village.
Sure.
Yes, inshallah, you can do it.
Sure. No, your advice is wonderful, really. And now for our final question now here, I will throw to you is the Europeans, you know, some of them are welcoming like you. They welcome African brothers and sisters. You know, they are happy, and most are not.
You know, it's very simple for me. We are all brothers and sisters
Exactly.
living on one planet. I don't see you as an Auslander or something. You are my brother.
Sure.
She is my sister. So what?
Yeah.
We share what we have. We should give assistance to each
Yeah,
other.
that's
The
more
borders
like you,
are
they are
man-made.
Exactly. Okay.
Allah don't make borders.
That is good. Yeah, because this your view is quite interesting, because other people may not have this kind of view. A lot of people doesn't have this in Australia or in Europe. They don't want migration to keep going on. But like your advice, because you said our people, and from my own understanding, when you say our people, that means you're talking about our African people, because you have accepted them as your own people,
Of course.
and I'm so happy for that.
Of course.
So for the time you give me, I'm so happy, and I thank you a lot, madam. So,
Take
thanks,
care
thank
and
you.
keep up your good work.
Thank you, madam. Thanks a
Okay,
lot.
ciao.
Ciao. Bye. Okay.